Hey guys, it's Danae with the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Services Passenger Safety Kid Safe Initiatives Program. And today we have the Joie Saffron SI, and we're going to talk about it. Let's get going. The Joie brand in general has a lot of really cool features that I love talking about because I think they're really easy for caregivers to understand. One of them is that all of their inserts are labeled very obviously with the weight limits that they need to be used with. So that's not a secret. And then parents aren't having to try to keep track of the manual to see when it needs to be removed. Another really cool thing is whenever it's set up for rear facing mode, so that headrest is all the way down, there's actually a block in this belt path, which is a super cool feature because then we're not accidentally installing the seatbelt in the wrong path. You probably figured it out already from my last comment, but this seat is an all-in-one. So this seat will go all the way from a tiny baby down to 4 pounds, all the way through booster mode. You heard me right. The seat goes all the way to booster mode. So we're gonna walk you through the steps today, see how it goes. For our weight limits though, we have nice stickers on the side that tell us rear facing, we are 4 to 40 pounds with a height less than 43 inches. For forward facing, we're going to go 30 to 65 pounds with a height less than 49 inches. And then our high back booster is 40 to 100 pounds with a height less than 57 inches. And our backless goes 50 to 120 pounds with a height between 43 to 60 inches. For rear facing, the seat does have a recline foot. It also has really nice labeling on the side that tells you which way the recline foot needs to go, depending on if you're forward facing or rear facing. And of course, those are color coded to your belt path and then information that relates to those weight requirements and height requirements for the seat. So let's install rear facing. So we have popped the rear facing foot out. However, there may be another step that you need. There is a indication line on the side that it needs to be level with the ground. It's just a little line on one of the labels. So you may need to adjust that recline depending on where your car's vehicle seat needs it to be adjusted. Of course, we want that line to be level with the ground. So for my vehicle, this is where it needs to be. There are 3 different angles the Joie includes. The seat does have a lock off for rear facing and forward facing mode, which is great. So what we will do is we will route the seat belt through the rear facing belt path. And remember, this one has the really cool feature of blocking that forward facing belt path when the headrest is low, so you don't accidentally do the wrong one. So we have buckled our seatbelt in. I want to make sure that it's sitting flat on my seat because my seat does have some side bolsters. And then our lockup is going to be very similar to the Kiko ones, so they actually slide through to lock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push down where baby's bottom goes so that I make sure I get a nice even tightness on my lap belt. And we're just going to slide it into the lock off. We test at the belt path, less than an inch of movement side to side and forwards and backwards. That's how we install with a seatbelt for the Joie Saffron SI. Let's talk about lower anchors. So the lower anchor portion, where it stores, actually stores up front in the Saffron. So we will want to go ahead and remove those where they're stored. Of course, we're always storing them if we're not utilizing them. And then we will turn our seat. I always like to do the far one first because for me it's a little bit easier to get buckled in if I'm not reaching over the seat. And then we will buckle our other one into this side. Now, this lower anchor is not going to use the lock off. So we are simply going to compress the seat down and tighten it up. If you need a little more leverage, you can always feed it through this belt path. Push down, and it'll help you get it tightened a little bit more if you need a little bit of help with that angle. So then, as always, we're going to test at that belt path. Less than an inch of movement side to side, forwards and backwards. We're good to go with our lower anchor install for rear facing. So if we're turning the seat from rear facing to forward facing, we need to make sure that we do this recline foot to the forward facing position. So to do that, all you do is pop that right backwards and we're ready to go. As always with forward facing seats, make sure that you pop your tether off wherever it stores. And I go ahead and put it behind my seat so that I know it's already in a good position for when I need to attach it. Our forward facing also has a lock off, and it's real easy to find. It's right behind this headrest or this body positioner piece. And there's a sticker on here that says raise the headrest to its highest position for access to the lock off. So you actually cannot get to the lock off until that headrest is all the way up. It's a locking arm like we're familiar with. So with that, we're gonna route this seat belt through the forward facing belt path this time, of course. Buckle it in. Now all Joie seats have a true lock off. That may not mean anything for a normal parent, but what that does mean is you don't have to lock your seatbelt. What we'll do now, we've snugged that seatbelt up just a little bit. I'm gonna close the lock off, make sure I hear it click. And then before I reassemble everything, we're gonna check for tightness at that belt path. The seat is not moving anywhere. Once we've gotten a really nice, secure installation, the next thing is going to be attaching our tether. So make sure you've got the clip, find your tether anchor position, and snug it up. It's as easy as that. For a forward-facing latch installation, we are actually going to use the lock off. So what we will do is just like the last time, click into our lower anchor bars in our vehicle. Now, one of the things that I want you to make sure that you know is lower anchors can be used all the way up to the 40-pound weight limit in rear facing. However, in forward facing in the seat, it can only be used to 45 pounds. So this seat will eventually have to get installed with the seatbelt method that I showed you earlier. Now, we have routed the lower anchor webbing through the lock off whenever we moved it from the rear facing to the forward facing belt path. And then all we'll do is snug it up like I did. Close the lock off, make sure it clicks. Check that installation, less than an inch of movement side to side or forward and backwards. Once we've gotten a really nice, secure installation, the next thing is going to be attaching our tether. So make sure you've got the clip, find your tether anchor position, and snug it up. It's as easy as that. While we were doing the installations, I had all of the inserts taken out, but I've gone ahead and I've replaced one of the most important ones. So we have the infant one that goes up to 11 pounds. We also have these side impact bolsters that sit down on the sides of the seats that need to be used to 40 pounds. This is to give them a little bit of extra protection in the event that you would get into a side impact, and it keeps their body from moving as much. Now that we've got a good, safe install, you can adjust this headrest as needed for harness height. Remember, when we're harnessing, forward facing mode, they need to be at or just above those shoulders. For rear facing, we want them at or just below the shoulders. You can take off these protectors if you feel like it, but I do like leaving them on. It does seem to help the kids with a little bit of comfort. This chest clip we always want to be right at armpit level. Other than that, that's the Joie Saffron SI in rear facing and forward facing mode. Let's talk about booster mode. So there are 3 things that we need to do in order to get this car seat to go into booster mode from forward facing mode. The first one is going to be to move our lower anchors back into that rear facing belt path, and then we're going to store them in the front. Next, we're going to lift this bottom seat pad and we're going to store the buckle right in the position for the buckle. It has a really nice place for it to store. I'll show you a picture in a second. And then third, we're going to store our harnesses. Now to store our harnesses, we want to go ahead and pull off any soft goods. We'll put them with our other inserts. And then they are going to store in here. There's a nice little picture that shows you how to do it. So we have loosened the harness all the way. And then we are going to store our harness, our chest clip, our buckle tongues, and the harness covers in here. So it all just folds up nice and neat into this little storage area. And then you also want to make sure you get those buckle tongues. Grab my one from the other side. And then it all shuts nicely in that door. Go ahead and close the lock off that I had. And now we're ready to transition to booster mode. So for high back booster mode, it's very simple. We have a belt routing right here for your shoulder belt. And then we've got your other half over here. We want this belt to be just above the child's shoulder. We want to make sure that the child's getting a good fit. These will help keep it low on their lap and in between their ear and shoulder for the shoulder belt. Let's talk about backless. So for high backs, we wanted our anchors stored in the front. Now, this can still be done for backless, but I'm going to move mine to the side for now. To pull the backless booster off, there's a little handle in here. You just lift up and you now have your backless booster. So let's talk about that. So when you work on your backless booster, there are 2 little elastic loops to hold the soft goods in place. And then there's also a slot right here for us to route our belt positioner through. So it's really as simple as that with our backless. We're gonna route our lap belt through, bring our shoulder belt back through, and then we'll attach our belt positioner, which would be much easier if I had a demo child. But we want it just above their shoulder, and you may have to move up and down as they grow. So when it's time to replace your backless booster, It simply slips down, make sure it clicks, and you're good to go. So this has been the Joie Saffron SI car seat. We talked about it in rear facing mode, forward facing mode, high back booster, and backless booster. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or shoot us a message. Or have a car seat you want us to do that we haven't covered yet, let us know.